What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is AkeemHaynes. I'm a two-time Olympic bronze medalist, author, motivational speaker, and sports commentator. On my channel, we talk boxing, MMA, track and field, and of course, motivation and encouraging content. If this is something that you enjoy, then I hope that you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into the video. Davies versus Ionut Baluta. This one is happening this weekend over in the UK for the vacant European Super Bantamweight Championship. I'm looking forward to seeing these two and watching them live. I've never watched them live before, so I'm looking forward to having a good fight and seeing how they both operate. But let's start with Davies. Davies is coming into this one with a record of 12 wins, no losses, 5 wins by way of knockout. Now, the first thing I noticed about Davies when I started watching him is his reach, right? He has long arms and he's quick with his punches, likes to use the jab to set up the straight right hand down the middle of his opponent's chest, and sometimes catches them right on the chin. He has 5 knockouts, but in his last fight against Mark Leach, he looked very sharp and powerful. So he does have some pop in his shots, despite the small amount of knockouts that he does have. Now, he doesn't have that one-shot straight knockout power, but he can back you up and give you something to think about so you're not just coming in recklessly. Now, some of his best shots are those looping hooks, right? He's a guy that is going to use his boxing skills at a distance where he's in control. He's not much of a brawler. He's not a pocket fighter, and he doesn't fight well when the pressure is on him. There were a few rounds in his fight against Mark Leach where Leach was fighting off the front foot coming forward, and he caught Davies with some good shots, right? If Leach had some power behind those shots, then maybe he would have been able to gain Davies's respect, and Davies wouldn't have fired back on him as well as he did. Davies starts out very well. He's very composed early and likes to set the tone early. In his fight against Leach, I mean, he built up such a big lead, especially with the knockdown, that Leach needed a knockout to win the fight. But what I've seen from Davies, he's a solid fighter, right? And this could be a big weekend for him, especially the fact that he's at home as well, too. But let's talk about his opponent, Ionut Baluta. He's coming into this one with a record of 15 wins, 3 losses, and 3 wins by way of knockout. But if you compare fights and compare their resumes on paper, Baluta has fought the better opposition. After his loss against Michael Conlan, he got back in the ring against Brad Foster, who was coming into that fight with a respectable record of 14-1. Now, when they fought, Baluta won in a tough fight, but even in that one, it looked like Brad Foster may have hurt his right shoulder or his right arm in some way. He wasn't throwing that right hand past a certain point in the fight. But nonetheless, Baluta is a guy who doesn't mind making the fight ugly, right? He doesn't have the punching power, but he's going to come forward and let his hands go. He likes to apply the pressure, and he punches in flurries, headshots, body shots, and he's a little wild at times, though. I don't get the sense that a lot of his shots are set up. I don't really see any feints with him, don't really see any angles he takes with his foot. He just comes in and let the hands go and lets it fly. Right? It's more of a whatever is there, I'm going to hit type of style from what I have seen of him, especially in his recent fight, right? And he keeps his hands a little bit low as well. And when he is in trouble, he looks to tie up. He's a guy that is going to try and outwork you because he doesn't have the power. He's got to try to land more shots than you so the judges can see that he's getting busy with his output. The other thing that I've noticed about Baluta is he uses his tactics to frustrate you. He may tie you up in some different ways to get underneath your skin, right? If he can frustrate you, then he can use that to his advantage, and he's going to keep doing it, right? He's a guy that he'll do whatever it takes to win the fight, right? So with that being said, who wins? I'm taking Davies to win by decision. I think Davies is going to use his reach to his advantage, get behind the jab, land that straight hand often. Baluta is just a bit too wild for me with his approach. I think when he does come in and tries to be the aggressor, he's going to get caught because he doesn't come in with any type of defensive responsibility. He just comes in with his chin high and lets his hand go and doesn't do anything to protect himself. I think the body shots are going to be open as well, too, if Davies can target the body, because Baluta was hurt to the body against Foster. And so I think Davies is not going to respect the power like that. And I think he is going to be the one to come forward and control the pace and the tempo of this fight. So I also think he's the more patient fighter. He's the more accurate fighter, and he's got more power behind the shots. Not to mention, too, Davies has got the home crowd advantage, and that always helps. So I have Liam Davies winning this one by decision. What are your thoughts on this fight? Who do you have winning this one? Let me know in the comments section below. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a couple ways that you can do so. You can like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to support by way of donation, you can find options in the description below. Also, my Cash App handle will be on screen as well. Any amount goes towards the growth of this channel and will be greatly, greatly appreciated. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find my social media handles on screen as well. So with all that being said, if you've been watching this long and enjoying the content, then hope that you subscribe to the channel, and we'll definitely see you next time.